What if the light guiding you home was never meant to save you? What if, the moment you saw it flicker across the marsh, you were already chosen? In the Louisiana Bayou, there is a lantern that never burns out. Sailors whisper that if you see its glow in the fog, you are already lost. And no one meets the lantern keeper twice. This is a piece of Southern Gothic folklore, an original folklore storytelling set deep within the drowned arteries of Devil's Bayou. A Bayou legend story about a fisherman, a storm, and a mystical lantern keeper who does not belong to the mortal world. Listen closely, because the lantern does not save everyone. It chooses. The storm came faster than memory. Caleb Broussard had fished those waters since he was 12 years old. He knew the cypress knees, the mudflats, the places where the water pretended to be shallow. He knew the bayou's moods. But that night, the bayou did not recognize him. The wind tore through the reeds. The tide rose against reason. The sky cracked open, and his small trawler spun like driftwood. He tried to steer. He tried to pray. He tried to remember which direction meant home. The compass spun uselessly. Then, through sheets of rain, he saw it, a single golden light. Not lightning, not a boat, a lantern, floating where no dock stood, held by a woman standing ankle-deep in water that should have swallowed her whole. She did not wave. She did not speak. She simply turned and began to walk. The boat followed her. Caleb would later swear he did not steer. The rudder felt like it moved on its own, carving a path through channels he had never seen but somehow remembered. The storm quieted wherever her light touched. The fog parted like curtains. The water calmed. She walked through reeds that bent away from her, through mud that did not cling to her hem, through waters that shifted like memory. And then the docks of Devil's Bayou appeared. The woman stepped backward into the mist. Her lantern dimmed, and she was gone. By morning, Caleb was alive. The townsfolk said nothing at first. They wrapped him in blankets, poured him chicory coffee, let him tremble. Then old Madame Thibodeau spoke. "You saw her?" Caleb nodded. A long silence followed. No one meets the lantern keeper twice. They called her the swamp guardian legend. Some called her a ghost. Some called her punishment. Some said she was older than Devil's Bayou itself, an echo of older American myth fiction, like the Lady of the Lake but darker, rooted in mud instead of marble. She guides the chosen through death's doorway, Madame Thibodeau said, but only once. Caleb laughed it off. He was alive. That was enough. Or so he thought. The dreams began 3 nights later. Water creeping beneath his door. Lantern light flickering across his ceiling. A woman's silhouette standing at the foot of his bed, silent, waiting. Caleb returned to the marsh at dusk. He told himself it was gratitude. He brought offerings, fresh shrimp, white lilies, a silver coin tied in ribbon. The bayou remained still, but beneath the stillness something shifted. That same week, strangers arrived. Flat-bottomed boats after midnight. Crates unloaded where no one should tread. A smuggling ring had found the marsh's hidden channels, using them to move contraband upriver. They laughed at local warnings. They dredged deeper paths. They anchored near an old cypress grove the townsfolk avoided, sacred ground, the place where the water never reflected the sky correctly. Caleb noticed the churned mud first. Lantern oil slicked across the surface of the water. The smugglers' lanterns were bright, brighter than hers, and careless. One night Caleb followed them. He saw them tie their boat to the oldest cypress in the grove. He saw one of them kick aside a carved wooden marker half buried in moss. He heard laughter. Then the water shifted. Not with wind, not with tide, but with breath. A fog rolled in thick as wool, and from within it came a golden glow. The smugglers froze. The ghostly woman in the swamp stepped forward, lantern steady, dress unmoving, face pale as river bone. One of the men fired a gun. The shot vanished into mist. The water rose, not violently, deliberately. The boat tilted. The crates slid, and the men began to sink, not dragged, not pulled, but lowered, as if the Bayou were remembering where they belonged. Caleb ran, but not before the lantern keeper turned her face toward him. And this time her eyes were not merciful. The next morning the smugglers were gone. No wreckage, no bodies, only still water. The townsfolk said nothing. They did not ask questions. In Devil's Bayou, some answers were older than curiosity. Caleb understood something now. She had not saved him because he deserved saving. She had saved him because he was not meant to die that night. There is a difference. Yet obsession is louder than wisdom. Caleb returned to the grove alone. "I know you're there," he whispered into fog. The lantern appeared, closer than before, her face clearer, beautiful in the way storms are beautiful. "I can help you protect this place," Caleb said. "They're going to come back. Others will come." Silence. Water lapped at his boots. "I owe you my life." The lantern flickered, and for the first time she spoke. Not in words, but in a memory placed directly behind his eyes. He saw centuries of drownings, men who chased her light out of greed, men who tried to capture her, men who thought love made them chosen. The Bayou had taken them all. She does not need protecting. She is the protection. Caleb stepped forward. One more step, and the water would swallow his knees. "If you won't let me thank you," he said, voice breaking, "then let me stay." The lantern dimmed, a warning. Behind him he heard distant engines, more boats, more men drawn by rumors of easy passage and vanished cargo. The sacred grove trembled. Caleb turned back to her. "If you choose," he whispered, "choose me again." The lantern flared blinding gold, and then darkness. When the townsfolk found the grove at sunrise, the engines were silent. The boats were empty, drifting. No sign of struggle, no footprints, no Caleb. Only one thing new stood among the cypress roots. A second lantern, smaller, its flame steady. Some nights now fishermen swear they see two lights moving through the fog, one tall, one slightly lower. Sailors still say if you see the glow, you are already lost. But old Madame Thibodeau corrected them once. "No," she said softly, "you are already chosen." Whether Caleb became part of the Bayou, whether he was claimed as punishment, or whether love, obsession, and sacrifice blurred into something older than both, no one knows. Because no one meets the lantern keeper twice. And the lantern does not save everyone. It chooses. This has been a piece of dark American folklore, a myth-inspired Southern story, a supernatural Bayou tale told in the tradition of Amewican tales. If you felt the marshlight flicker while listening, stay a while. There are more stories where the water remembers. And if you ever see a lantern burning where no dock stands, turn back. Or don't. The Bayou is always watching.